egg fried rice, the most popular rice dish around the world. And I've consulted 3 of YouTube's top chefs, Binging with Babish, Made with Lard, and of course, Uncle Roger himself. I've culminated their recipes into one ultimate recipe for you. No special equipment needed and perfect for beginners.
Let's get cracking.
Fried rice is usually made with leftover rice. So if you have some, then by all means, jump to the timestamp on the screen. This dish can be made with fresh rice, but there's more risk of it turning to mush in your wok, and I simply wouldn't recommend it for beginners. So let's get prepared and make some chicken flavored rice for some pizzazz. Uncle Roger said he used Chinese rice. There's no recipe for this, so let's do a basic imitation. Wash 400 grams of jasmine rice thoroughly in water 3 times like this to remove the starch. This will make for a fluffier, non-clumpy style rice. Add to a rice cooker along with 400 grams of chicken stock. We're going to take it up a level by adding 2 crushed garlic cloves and a knob of ginger that's been sliced. You can save yourself the absolutely awful task of peeling this. It's just not necessary. Cook as per your rice cooker's instructions, and once cooked, spread over a baking tray lined with parchment paper, allow it to cool for 30 minutes, and then place it in the fridge for a minimum of 4 hours or up to a few days. Oh, you in the back don't have a rice cooker? That's totally fine too. Babish has provided a technique for cooking rice in the oven, which I did try and test with great results, surprisingly. Do this by preheating your oven to 180 degrees Celsius and wash your rice the same as the rice cooker method, but then boil your chicken stock in a medium-sized pan and add your rice, crushed garlic, and sliced ginger. Top with a lid and place in the oven for 22 minutes, and that's it. Then, same as the rice cooker, place on a tray, rest 30, and allow to cool in the fridge. When your rice is ready, let's get the fry. Fried rice comes together very quick, so make sure all your ingredients are prepped and ready to go before you start cooking. You don't want to be munching on burnt rice for dinner. Let's do our veg first. Dice 1 carrot and add to a small bowl along with half a cup of frozen peas. Add enough water so veggies are just covered, then pop them in the microwave for 2 minutes on high. Strain the veggies so they don't cause any steam shenanigans when we add them to the rice later. For the cooking vessel, I'm going to use a wok, but if you don't have one, you can absolutely use a large non-stick pan instead. As we're cooking at home and not with a large industrial wok burner, this will do just fine. Don't worry about what any naysayers say. Heat a tablespoon of pork lard in your wok over high heat and season it by making sure the walls of the wok are covered in oil. For safety, make sure your stove is off when you do this. I don't want you burning your house down. As for the pork lard, I got mine by asking my butcher for any leftover pork fat. Most butchers will sell it dirt cheap because most people don't want it. Then simply render it down over low heat and ta-da! You now have a highly flavorful cooking oil. Or just use a high smoke point oil like peanut or vegetable. Once the lard's melted, add in your prawns that have been pat dry with a paper towel. This is to make sure the prawns fry and don't steam in the pan. Cook for about 1 minute per side. They'll develop an orange color, which will let you know they're done. Then remove them from the pan to prevent overcooking. 1 more tablespoon of lard goes in and 150 grams of diced ham, as well as 5 diced shiitake mushrooms. Sliced or shaved ham won't work here because it's simply too thin. You can ask your friendly deli peeps for thick cut ham so you can dice it yourself, but if this sounds too hard, just leave it out. This would be the maximum crowdedness you want to have in your pan. When overcrowded, your food will steam instead of fry, meaning it won't develop any browning. Browning equals flavor, and no one wants pale food, not even your dog. After about 3 minutes, remove the mushes and ham from the wok. Yet another tablespoon of pork lard goes in. Yay! Followed by your diced garlic. To dice the garlic, we do it the same way as an onion, just smaller. Putting it through a press will make it too fine and cause it to burn. When your nostrils are full of heavenly garlic smells, add your egg mixture, which is just 3 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk that have been whisked together. Bring the edges of the egg in from the sides and allow the uncooked part of the eggs to run out into the pan so that they also solidify and cook. It's time for the start, the rice. But before the rice goes in, break it up with your clean fingers. We want to get individual grains of rice and not clumps of rice, because clumpy is yucky. Add the rice to the wok and mix it through the egg. Using the side of your spatula, continue to break up the rice with the egg, just like this. Pour this mega MSG flavor bomb down the side of the wok. This will cook the seasoning to develop a more complex flavor and remove that raw taste at the same time. What's in the flavor bomb, you ask? Well, it's 1 tablespoon oyster sauce, 1 tablespoon light soy sauce, 1 teaspoon dark soy sauce, 3 to 4 teaspoons of MSG so that Uncle Roger can rest easy, and a crushed up chicken stock cube. This might seem like a lot of salt, but we do have a large amount of ingredients in here. If you have left out some ingredients though, reduce the MSG portion accordingly. Cook for 1 minute, allowing the MSG and rice to become the best of friends. Add your ham and your mushrooms back to the wok along with your peas and carrots, a thinly sliced bird's eye chili, and thinly sliced greens of a spring onion stalk. Toss to combine or use a spatchy if you're no longer feeling brave with your full wok load. That's it, nice and easy. For fancy plating, just pack the rice in a small bowl, cover with a plate, and do the old flippity flop. Remove the bowl and bingo bango. To finish, top with your perfectly cooked prawns, a splash of sesame seeds, and of course, finely sliced spring onion. Just look at that plate. Much more inviting than a rectangle plastic container ever was. We've got pork lard and MSG on tap. That's just the beginning. On top of that, we've got shiitake mushrooms. We've got ham in place of barbecue pork. And to top it all off, we've got juicy ass prawns. This dish comes together in less than 15 minutes. That's faster than the takeaway we get to your house. On top of that, it tastes better by a mile, and it's a fraction of the cost. I hope you get around to making this dish, because you won't be disappointed.